Brian Windhorst literally just admitted that Jayson Tatum has an unfair advantage in the MVP race. It is not fair because it's supposed to be on this year only. Jayson Tatum in playoffs, particularly in the finals, didn't play his best. And now, fair or not fair, the bar is set higher. This is getting ridiculous.
I'm curious, because the Celtics could easily end up with the best record in the NBA. And we're talking about people's impact. And I know his numbers may not jump off of the table. I think around 25 or 26 points per game. He's still shooting the ball well. But I'm just surprised he didn't get one vote in the straw poll. Now, I understand, if I'm voting today for MVP, it's Nikola Jokic, based off of his impact to the game. SGA, best story, and I think he has a great shot. At 2, I'm cool. But I was more so no Tatum.
Well, but that's what's interesting. Go ahead, Brian.
And it's not fair because it's supposed to be on this year's, it's not supposed to be last year or next year or 4 years ago or whatever. Jayson Tatum in the playoffs the last couple of years, particularly in the finals 2 years ago, didn't play his best. Okay. And so now, fair or not, no matter what you want to say, the bar for him is a little bit higher.
So would that apply?
I'm curious.
That's a miss. That's a miss, bro. That's a miss. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Tatum fan, as mayor of Tatum Land, next to Tatum, you see what I'm saying? No, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. It does come down to as simple as Jayson Tatum is not in the MVP race because there are candidates that are clearly better than him. That's all it is, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Does he get unfairly scrutinized and held to a higher standard because of how much success he's had so far? This, that, and the third. I've been trying to watch out for those phrases. YouTube been calling me up for that. Making it to the finals a couple years ago, having so much success earlier on in his career. Yes, I do believe that. But when it comes to this year's MVP race, you cannot sit here and tell me outside of winning that he has had a better season than Jokic, that he has had a better season than SGA, that he has had a better season than Luka, that he has had a better season than Giannis, and Kawhi Leonard. I would put Kawhi in that discussion and KD in that discussion too. It really does boil down to that. That's it. There's no reason to talk about the finals a couple years ago. If anything, the only one really doing that right now is a Brian Windhorst. When it comes to this MVP discussion, I've been seeing a lot of MVP discussion around Jayson Tatum the past couple of days, and I think his odds literally moved up without him playing a game, which is crazy to me, because that's dick suck right there. The fact is the MVP odds went up without him playing a game. But Jayson Tatum is having a phenomenal year, and I think this is a case of we can just leave it at that. We don't have to attach superlatives to it. We don't have to attach, he's having a better season than this player. This is the greatest season since, No, Jayson Tatum is leading his team to the best record in the league, and he's having a fantastic season. He's probably going to get All-NBA, and we could just leave it at that, bro. We could just leave it at that. I've said this multiple times on this platform. Jayson Tatum is just not an MVP winner type of player. He's a guy that, statistically speaking, especially with the standards nowadays, unless he goes on a trash team on a completely different system, which I don't think that's happening anytime soon, he's never going to be the 34, 35, 36 point per game scorer that you want him to be. He's never going to be the guy that averages 7 to 8 assists on top of that. He is the guy that's going to give you 8 to 9 rebounds, though, and good defense. But that's when it comes to the MVP, stats do matter. Stats do matter, and Tatum he's just never going to be that guy, because why would he? I think I would honestly be mad at Tatum if he was putting up 35 points a game, shooting 30 shots a game with the personnel that he got. You know what I'm saying? I would be very mad. Pass the rock, Kobe. You know? So I think Jayson Tatum is playing. I think he should still be playing better. I'm not going to take accountability on that front. I still think he could be much more efficient. His shot selection can be more improved, and he still has room to improve on as a playmaker. But in terms of the MVP discussion, bro, This is it. That's all that is. But what I will say is, not too much on the quote about Jayson Tatum believing that he's the best player in the league. Because there's a stark difference between the discussions that we have as people that's trying to be objective, that's trying to rank players, and the mentality of a person in that role. You know what I'm saying? And I've said this, another thing that I've been saying a lot on a lot of my platforms is, yo, bro, you need a certain of delusion to you to be a great in anything that you do. You need to believe in yourself more than anyone will believe in you. You need to believe that you can do the impossible that people think is impossible. Right? That's in any field, music, and especially sports. As much as y'all don't think Paul Pierce is all that, do y'all really think Paul Pierce goes into a game with Dwayne Wade and Carmelo Anthony and thinks, yeah, that motherfucker's just better than me? No, bro. Paul Pierce is going out there to kill. Paul Pierce is going out there to try to outplay you because he believes he is better than you. Same thing with LeBron. Same thing with Kobe. You think you roll the ball out? MJ's on the other side of the court and Kobe's not. He's not thinking he's better than MJ just because the stats say, fuck the stats. In this very moment, I am the best. And from a guy who has championship aspirations, from a guy who's trying to be the number one option on a championship team, from a guy who wants to be the face of the league, this is the exact mentality he should have. And I think literally any other mentality would be weird. I think it would. I think if Jayson Tatum came out there and said, and what caught me off guard, to be honest with you, in that clip, is Jayson Tatum saying that Giannis was better last season. Because I'm like, damn, you said that? You said that? Why would you say that? But yeah, nah, that was the weird part to me. Him saying he feels like he's the best in the world. Him saying that when you roll the ball out there, yo, I can compete with anyone. That's exactly what I want to hear. I don't give a fuck about these objective conversations that we're having. I don't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? If SGA went out there and said the same thing, I wouldn't be mad at SGA. If, hell, Jimmy Butler, shout out to Jimmy Butler. I know I said that with crazy energy. If Jimmy Butler said the same thing, I would not be surprised. Because he has the track record of going out there and playing with the best on any given night. He's outplayed LeBron before. He's outplayed Anthony Davis before. He's outplayed Jayson Tatum before. He's outplayed Giannis before. These guys are supposed to be the best in the world conversation, and we rolled the ball out and I busted their ass. Sorry. And would he do that if he didn't have that uber confidence? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, not too much on Tatum thinking he's the best, bro.